Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ohemaa if you're new here. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. For today, we're going to be doing a Valentine's Day inspired makeup tutorial using drugstore products. Okay, so I'm going to use a few new products that I got in and some of the old ones that I already had that I've been using, that I've been loving, and I'm gonna just mash them all together. So over the holidays, I got some packages in from brands like gift packages, you know, like the gift wrap. They look like they could go under your trees, and I was gonna do like a specific video opening them for you guys so you can see which products I got from the brands, but then that didn't happen. I went ahead and I opened them on my Insta stories. I am also going to start uploading more on my YouTube stories so you guys can see, for example, my unboxings and stuff. I generally do it on Instagram, but I'm also going to start putting it up on YouTube and also on Snapchat, because I do have Snapchat. I just don't use it as often as I would like to use it, you know. So I'm actually gonna post on there, and I'm gonna post on here, and I'm gonna post on Snapchat so you guys can see the products that we get in. This way you can tell me, hey, I want to see this video, or, you know, just bunch them all up together. And I think my lips are so dry. I'm lining the bottom of my brows with the e.l.f. Cosmetics Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the shade Black. And then I'm cleaning up the bottom of it with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer 16-Hour Wear. And then I went ahead and used my NYX Cosmetics Proof It Eyeshadow Primer. Best drugstore eyeshadow primer, period. And then I'm going in with my Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas. It's an eyeshadow base, or you can use your Camo Concealer, which is perfect for eyeshadow too. Okay guys, so I went ahead and started my shadow. I forgot to talk, so I'm going to tell you guys what I did. Okay, I'm using the NYX Cosmetics Modern Dreamer palette, and it's a gorgeous palette. There's a whole lot of shades in here that I can do a whole lot with, but I'm just gonna go in with the pinkish because, you know, my background, Valentine's Day. I'm going in with this first shade, and I'm using a Sephora Collections brush set. I forget exactly which brush set this is, but I do know for a fact that it is a Sephora Collections brush set. It is a silver with a little clear tail. So if you go in, just ask for that. And I'm just tapping lightly into the pink shade and tapping it onto my crease, okay? And I'm blending this out lightly so that it can be my transition shade. And I'm blending it as far up as it can go. My base is not dry. It's still almost kind of tacky, so that works perfectly for us. The brush is very nice and very soft. I wouldn't say it's a drugstore brush, you know, but I feel like the price point on the brush sets are... So this is how I'm doing it. I just tapping lightly and blending out as I go. My base is still wet, so I'm not like blending, like serious blending. I'm just lightly blending. So the way this shadow is blending, I know for a fact that if my base was lighter and, you know, I was a little bit more heavy-handed with the eyeshadow, I feel like I would get a whole lot more of a color payoff than I'm getting right now, even though this is like exactly what I needed to. Just to let you know that if you wanted like a deep, intense pink, you can definitely get that. Clean up the smaller pencil brush that comes in the same Sephora Collections brush sets. Okay, so I'm taking my next shade and placing that exactly where my crease would be. It is like a deep plum shade. I'm using that to deepen my crease a bit. I just saw a deep blue shade that I want to use in this blend. I feel like it would be beautiful with it. I'm not gonna do it though. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna keep it cute and classy and simple. Okay, there's this brown shade in here that's deeper. I'm just gonna add a little bit of that to the bottom. over here. It's a brown shade. I'm using the same brush, but you know, just one side of it. I'm taking our second deeper shade to blend out the edges of this brown. And I'm taking our first brush to blend everybody together. So I'm taking my Illustrate cut crease canvas and I'm going to cut my crease. I'm cutting crease with like a random brush. So this is my Achilles heel of cut creases, man. Like, I cannot cut this crease to save my life. But I keep trying. Okay, it looks even to me. I'm not gonna look at you because I'm trying to not crease my cut crease. That makes sense. We're not gonna do it. Okay. So I'm taking our deepest brown shade and I'm gonna place that on the outer parts of our new cut crease, but I'm leaving a little space between the actual cut crease and where I'm laying my shades. Be very careful. Blending out the ends of it. And just intensifying the rest of them. Going in with our second deepest shade, I'm going to transition the brown into that plumish color. And then our first transition shade on right after that to give me like some sort of a gradient thing going on, you know. So I'm taking this shade, it's like a pink shimmer shade, and I'm gonna put that in the inner part of the eye. So the shimmer shades in this palette look to be very subtle. Yeah, they seem to be a very light shimmer, not like an intense foiled kind of shimmer. And no, my eyelids are not dry. They're still kind of shiny, so you can see that it's not dry. Okay, so I'm using a Sigma E16 brush. It's a performance brush. It looks like this, very small. And I'm taking some of our, should I take the pinkish shade? But I want to stick, I'm taking this champagne-y shade over here and I am lining it into the crease that we cut. It works a lot better than our initial shimmer shade. I feel like the shimmer from the second shade that I just put into right here is more, it's more shiny than the actual shade that I put on my eyelids. So, because I like the shimmer shade so much, I'm gonna put some on my actual look. Put that on the outside of this pink shade that we put down. Actually, I'm just gonna put it all over the pink shade because I feel like it's more shimmery than the actual pink shade that we put down. Going back in with some of our pink shade, I'm gonna intensify the pink more. So as obsessed as I am with yellow and pink, I don't even know why I haven't filmed a yellow and pink look. My absolute favorite setting spray is from LA Girl and also from e.l.f. Cosmetics. However, the LA Girl also has a primer spray. So I'm gonna use the LA Girl primer spray first and I'm gonna spray my skin. The one thing I love about the LA Girl sprays are the mists are so super fine. I don't want to look at you because I don't want my eyeshadow to crease because I just sprayed my face. Okay. My next face primer is the e.l.f. Cosmetics Poreless Putty. This is the OG one, so that's the one I'm going to use, but I'm applying that all over my face. And right now it looks like the outer part of my eyeshadow is floating, and that is okay. If you're someone who's lighter than me, then it will definitely show up for you a whole lot more than it's showing up for me. I was gonna use the new CoverGirl foundations that they came out with, but I'm actually just gonna use that in a separate video by itself so we can see what it does. So to replace the new CoverGirl foundation, I'm using the CoverGirl Trublend Foundation in the shade D90. I absolutely love this foundation because of the finish on it. It has a finish very, very close to Born This Way foundation. Like, I have two big blenders over here, and these are from e.l.f. Cosmetics. They sent over, there's a set of two big ones and a very tiny one, so I'm gonna use one of them. I've never used one shaped like this before, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that, but I'm using the bottom of it to blend this foundation in. I love this foundation. I feel like every time I use it, I don't record it for you guys to see it, but I use it a lot. I really like it. And D90 matches the deeper parts of my face. I don't have to worry about the shade disparity between my neck and my chest, like, at all. I'm gonna apply a little bit more. I am gonna be posting how I'm gonna get rid of all the acne marks on my face, or not acne, yeah, the dark spots on my face from, sometimes I can match to like a balance between my chest and my face, and sometimes I match exactly to my neck to make everything easier for me. Once I apply the concealer, it's gonna brighten everything right up, okay? So don't worry. I'm using the CoverGirl Trublend Undercover. Undercover. What's a cover? So I'm using the CoverGirl Trublend Undercover concealers. Okay, I have two shades. I have Espresso and Bronze. So I'm using the shade Espresso, which is D900, to match D90 on my face. Oh, I just grabbed my phone. D900 matches D90, so that's what I'm using on my face. This concealer is a lot brighter. I've used this by itself just like that, so it's a good shade for me. And the doe foot on this is enormous. Okay, I'm gonna use the top side of it, but I'm gonna pinch it so it can fit under my eye. This is absorbing all my product. Lately, I've been very bad at matching my foundation for some odd reason. I don't know. It's like all of a sudden, every foundation I have is too light for me, and I cannot find a good balance. Okay, this blended out very quickly. It's almost dry because whenever I wet it, it was a lot damper than it is right now. So I'm gonna spray it a little bit. This base matches my neck really, really well. If I pull this down, it wouldn't match my chest very well, but you know what? We'll just keep it the way it is. I am gonna use a little bit of, I'm using a little bit of the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and I am gonna brighten up the middle part of my face a bit. Wish me luck, because this concealer is actually very, very pale when I try to add it to use it as a standalone concealer. I need another shade. Ooh, I really, really, really love how my base looks right now. Oh my god. My base looks flawless. Ooh, my eyeshadow looks good. My base looks amazing. Like, what? So I'm gonna set my face with my benign Nutmeg. Nutmeg is cheap enough that I could consider it a drugstore, but you can't buy it at a drugstore. Applying some of the powder to my neck. I'm always worried about my eyeshadow before I put my foundation on, because I'm like, oh, it doesn't look good, I'm not gonna like it. Then I have to remind myself, just finish your face and see how you feel about it. And 9 out of 10, every time I finish my base, I like it. If I finish my base and I don't like it, I will just go ahead and erase everything off my face. We're not about that life. Once again, even though this will not be considered drugstore because you don't find it in drugstore, I feel like the price point for this palette is low enough that we can actually consider it a drugstore product. So I am using the Juvia's Place Chocolates palette as my contour, and I am contouring my face with it. Okay, it works. I am actually using a NYX brush, and this is it's like an angled contour brush. I'm using the Saharan Blush Palette Volume 1. Once again, I consider this to be like a drugstore price point, you know, so it's gonna work. So that's what I'm using as my blush, but I'm taking that pink shade in here to match my eye look, because I want it to be very pinkish, very bold blush. You don't have to make your blush as bold as mine, but I want mine to stand out like really, really intensely. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna put some right here because Valentine's Day. what it look like you're blushing. I'm gonna set my face with the LA Girl setting spray. I'm also using the e.l.f. setting spray. So I'm gonna fill in my brows with the e.l.f. Cosmetics Instant Lift Brow Pencil. Okay, so I'm using a pink transition shade under my eye. And then I went in with LA Girl. This is the Shockwave Neon. It's a lip liner. So for highlighter, I'll be using Golden Hour. It's high glass highlighter. And they have a brush that came with it. So I'm going to use that. I'm just tapping in at first just so I can get like a mark on how I want this highlighter to go. You know, because I don't want to apply too much at first and then it becomes intense or too intense. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face one more time using the LA Girl setting spray. Okay guys, so for my lips, I'm gonna be using the Milani Cosmetics Luster Ludicrous lip glosses. This is the shade Luster Light. It's a whole vibe. Well, I'm hoping that my lips would match the lighter parts of my eye. I don't want to put pink on my lips. Even though my eyes are not like super dramatic, I still want to keep this kind of like nice and simple. Okay guys, so that's it for my Valentine's Day using drugstore only products to slay this look. Okay, so with the eyeshadow palette, I love the eyeshadow palette. I feel like it's one of those palettes that you can make it as intense as you want or as subtle as you want. So if you ever were thinking about picking up the Modern Dreamer palette, definitely go for it. It is gorgeous. I like this palette a lot because it has like, it literally has every color you could possibly need in here to create any look. And it's drugstore, okay? I also love the highlighter because I've been putting it on and it's not making me look crazy, because you know sometimes you want to be like super highlighted, and if you're dark like me, you start getting that line of demarcation right there and it does not look cute. Okay, so I'm really feeling it. Like, yes honey, lip gloss is popping. Of course, the brow product, the only thing I didn't like about the brow product is how thick the pencil is. So hopefully e.l.f. Cosmetics will come out with a thinner pencil brow product, but we still want it to be black so we can stand out and pop like we are right now. Okay, I absolutely love the LA Girl sprays, the primer setting spray, the setting spray itself, the shimmery setting spray. I'm almost out of the regular setting spray, so I need to go pick up one more. What else? Concealers on point, foundation on point. Literally everything I used is on point. There's nothing on this list that I would not recommend that you pick up. Like, I literally will tell you to pick up everything I use because my skin is flawless right now, okay? And my look is flawless and I love it. Of course, I would also recommend that you pick up my lashes. This is from the Flutter Trio and I think it goes very well with this. It's like wispy enough to make it like flirty and girly, but it's also like long enough where it shows up. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Let me know what you think about the look. I'm gonna go do a try on haul. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.